Well, the rain has come down here at Budds Creek, but in motocross, that just means we'll race in the mud. This is going to be exciting on NBCSN.
Marvin Musquin fired back at high point in his battle with Jeremy Martin at the top of the 250 standings.
Marvin Musquin wins Moto 1 here at High Point. Marvin Musquin goes 1-1 at High Point.
Through 5 rounds, Musquin and Martin have split the Moto wins and have dominated the class. Their duel for the 250 class championship heads into Southern Maryland and round 6 of the 250 championship.
We're just outside of Washington, D.C. for the midway point of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing, the Geico Motorcycle, Budds Creek National. Hello, everyone. Jason Wygant, joined by multi-time motocross and supercross champion Grant Langston. Georgia Lindsay will join us on the starting line area and in the pit road all day long. And it is muddy today, but we're going to go racing anyway. And the way we always do it in motocross is with 2 motos. We already completed first moto about an hour ago in this 250 class. We'll follow it up with a 450 class in the next hour. Here's your highlights of that first 250 moto. A start so critical and the mud is flying, and a privateer, 77 in green, Justin Starling, gets the whole shot and would take advantage for his best moto finish of the season.
Yeah, it wasn't without carnage in that first corner. A lot of riders going down, but it shows you what a good start can do. Starling leads it, and then the guy that inherited the lead, Hampshire, he goes down on the backside of Henry Hill. Not quite sure what happened, but it took him a long time to get going. That really ended any hope of a good finish. And then this, Cincerello and Musquin come down to the shop off camber, and I think Cincerello ran it up the inside of Musquin. Musquin, you see, yeah, takes a hand off the handlebar. Like, what was that?
Late in the race, Alex Martin is leading, but his back brakes go out and he loses his goggles. That all happens in muddy conditions, and his brother Jeremy is able to take the lead from him. It's with 3 laps to go, and Jeremy immediately starts pulling away, and your defending series champ looks to have it in the bag until this. 3 turns to go, he stalls the bike. Here comes Alex.
He looks back even going, whoa, is this really an early birthday present?
Unreal.
And Alex Martin takes his first ever victory. Look at him, he is pumped, beats his brother out.
Jeremy would recover to finish second, so the Martin boys go 1-2. I don't think we've ever seen that in a moto here at this level. Zach Osborne finishes 3rd. Let's send it to Georgia Lindsay at the GoPro starting gate, where I believe it's raining.
Well, the rain has started to pour, and from what we know, it's only going to keep on pouring. It's pretty bad out there now, Alex. Now, obviously, first moto win, but what are the precautions you're going to take for this race? Because obviously it's going to be pretty wet.
Yeah, for sure. We got lucky in the first moto. The skies were clear for the most part, and the track started to dry out. But now with this rain sprinkling, it's coming down pretty steady right now. So just try and get out front first lap. The start's going to be really, really important, more so than the first moto. And just try and save the tear-offs and try to stay clean.
Well, good luck. On the other side, and we've got Cooper Webb. Coop, first race back. You were battling out there, but how did you feel? Was it good to get that first race out the way?
Yeah, it was, for sure. Unfortunately, I crashed in the first turn, so it was kind of time to play catch-up. And, yeah, we were in a battle that whole time. The track's pretty hard to pass, but I felt good, and looking forward to this second moto, try to get a much better start and run up there with the boys.
And obviously, we got tear-offs, we got roll-offs. What are you running?
We're running the 100% roll-offs. The rain's coming down, so gotta have clear vision.
It's going to be interesting out there. Best of luck. Thanks, Coop.
And Webb back from injury, first turn crash, still got 6th in that first moto. Dark horse in Moto 2. It's the Geico Motorcycle National. Geico is the government employees insurance company. So when we come near the nation's capital, which is their headquarters, good things are in store for their riders. And this time, Georgia Lindsay got to be part of it.
We're here at Joint Base Andrews. We are next to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. in Maryland. Now, the Geico Honda riders really wanted to come out and meet some of the military members, as Geico have been supporting the military for over 75 years.
Oh, this is fantastic. What a great opportunity to interact with these young athletes here. I mean, they really are. And just talking about some of their experiences and what they have to do to try to stay in the shape that they're in, to be able to do what they do, and being able to have them here to share that with our personnel is awesome.
They all think we're, you know, big time, but they are too. You know, we respect them quite a bit, and you know, we're thankful for what they do for us, and we're thankful for it all. And yeah, getting to do this is awesome.
We love having, regardless of whether they're NFL athletes, pro baseball players, motorcycle riders, regardless. We have such a variety of personnel that involve themselves in just a little bit of everything out there. So this is just one more opportunity for, in this case, our motorcycle riders to interact with people that do the same thing. And to be able to share those similar experiences, I think it's a treat for your riders as well. Because maybe they don't know a whole lot about the military motorcycle riders. So it's a pretty cool opportunity to be able to share with them what we do, and also to hear from them about what they do.
That's pretty cool. A huge base there. The military families getting to meet some of the top athletes in Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. So we're almost ready to go racing. We'll show you what the track's supposed to look like when it's not muddy with the Kawasaki track map.
This is when it's beautiful. Drop that gate. Sharp left-hander, 180-degree. Go past the Fran Mechanics area. And obviously everyone wanting that motorsport.com whole shot award. Through these rollers, keep it clean, keep it tight. Being right out of the start, you can lose positions there. Over the Lucas Oil finish line jump, which everyone wants to cross that checkered flag first. Then this is the part of the track, a lot of elevation down the hill, then step up to the top part. Sharp left, off camber, double right-handed. This turn very tough. We see guys getting cross-rutted, make a left, tripling down that hill. Basically impossible now with these with the rain coming down, the weather conditions. Over the Red Bull jump, then a right. And even like a jump like this Bud Light jump becomes tough because you're going up the hill. Once again, back up the hill, try and triple all the way to the top. And that's going to be really tough. And then drop down here to the sharpest, most off-cambered corner on the track. Once again, back up, step up on the brakes. Drop down, shift up a gear, get on the gas, then back on the brakes. Make a right, back up the hill. A lot of elevation here over the Fly Racing jump. Over one of their tunnel jumps are heavier. Make a left, another little tabletop, and then heading up towards Henry Hill. A lot more elevation than it's showing right now. Trust me, big uphill, then drop off down to the bottom part of the track. Off camber, then back up, past where they used to have the old start line. Then you'll drop down once more and go back past the Fran Mechanics area, and that's a left here at Budds Creek.
Adam Cianciarillo was your fastest rider earlier today in the one practice session that we did have. Rain washed out the other, so he gets the Bud Light Fast Qualifier Award. Here's a GoPro track preview. This is from earlier today. Alex Martin, who ended up winning the Moto, will show you what it's like to ride it.
Yeah, Alex Martin, it all starts with a good start. Doesn't quite get the whole shot, but hey, if you're not going to be in the whole shot, you do not want to be buried either. Comes out third, but you can tell how important the starts are in these muddy conditions. These are the rollers already. You just see the roost coming. That's why we talk about how important it is for the start. Oh, you see Hampshire just getting really loose in front of him. This was before the ruts really got deep in the track. You see they cross the finish line. Green flag means all good to go. Oh, Hampshire again. So you can tell from the track work they've done. The track was slick. Guys going all over the place, basically controlling riding out of control, essentially.
So Alex would eventually get by those riders and go on to win the Moto, and kept the GoPro reasonably clean considering how much mud was out there. We'll send it back to Georgia Lindsay for one more pre-race report with the GoPro starting gate.
Yes, I'm looking a bit bedraggled right now down here on the start line because the rain is pouring. Now the track conditions are going to change a lot like we were mentioning earlier. The mud was drying up, but now with the rain we just previously had, the moisture's coming back into the mud. So obviously that's going to be a lot harder to ride physically, and the bike's going to have to work a lot harder. And we talked earlier about bikes overheating, so they've had to make a lot of precautions on the bikes as well. And then we got goggles, we have foam on the bike, we have foam under the fender render. We've got to keep that bike as light as possible so that the mud bounces right off. So you'll probably see that on the riders later.
Okay, those are George's keys to the Moto. Let's get KTM's keys to the Moto, brought to you by Grant Langston.
It's pretty simple. Good start, crucial in these kind of conditions. And of course, with the rain, it's the weather is a great equalizer and We had said earlier, would there be a first-time winner? Now we've changed it. Can Alex Martin sweep and get his first victory? I can't wait. I'm, you know, with this weather and the rain and everything, as you see the Fly Racing 30-second card going up, see the mechanics walking away. Some of the guys waiting till the last minute to take those umbrellas away. It's nervous time.
And Marvin Buscan, with a struggle in that crash in the first moto, finished 7th. There's a tie for the points lead once again, with Jeremy Martin finishing 2nd. So a tie for the points lead will break it here in this second moto. We'll see if Alex Martin can follow it up, get his first ever overall win. That'd also be the first one for his team. So a lot on the line. The battle today and the battle in the battle for the championship.
Start is crucial.
Cianciarulo on the 50 going to lead them into the first turn. Can he hug it tight? He's going wide, but he leads them out. So it looks like he's going to have that Motorsport.com whole shot award on the Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki Red Bull KTM and Muscan right there. Much better start this time in second. And these two can settle the run-in that they had in the first moto where they crashed into each other. Perhaps they can find out who the better man is in this second moto.
And right now, it's a really tough position for these guys because with the...
Jeremy Martin leaping into, I think, Savacci.
That could have gotten really ugly really quickly. Look at the raindrops on the lens of the camera. But wow, that was... Oh, look at Savacci coming back in. Oh, he is heated. You know, he's fired up.